I have been waiting over 10 years for a good Battlefield game. It has been over a decade since Battlefield 4. Let me put something into perspective. I'm 36 years old. Yes, I know I'm old and dying. I have played every single Battlefield game out there. Battlefield was my favorite online multiplayer FPS game series out there since the very first Battlefield game released in 2002, until they released Hardline in 2015. Then it was all downhill since. A lot of gamers out there are gonna hate that perspective because a lot of gamers out there started on Battlefield 1, to be honest. And that's okay, because you can never know what you're truly missing if you never had it in the first place. For me, nothing can match the childhood joy and immersion I felt that Battlefield 2 released in 2005 was able to provide in the series, or the really cool but grounded experience offered by Battlefield 2142 released in 2006, or the amazement I felt when I experienced the very first game in the series with environmental destruction in 2008 with Bad Company, and then that environmental destruction refined and carried over to make some of the best memories I've had gaming with my friends playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3. But then there was Battlefield 4. And while it was good, things started to feel off. Something was starting to feel weird, and I can't really explain it, but it felt like level design started to go way downhill. I think it was just the tell of them no longer focusing on enjoyable gameplay and instead of them focusing on these centerpiece gimmicks that honestly just made the games worse. Like, cool, seeing the skyscraper fall was awesome for the first few times until you realized that it just made the maps worse. I would have preferred to focus on micro destruction like they started to have with Battlefield 3's Close Quarters DLC. Then Battlefield 1 had the big zeppelins and trains and boats that would punish the winning team. Sure, pretty cool, but like Levolution, they needed to refine it so it didn't take away from the experience. But even then, with Battlefield 1, the actual core gameplay itself took a huge turn in my opinion and became extremely casual. Then BF5 was just a more refined BF1, but for me it was just another past war setting, and I just don't enjoy past war settings, so it ended up being another pass for me. Then we had 2042, and everyone was so hyped with the trailers, but it actually ended up just being a hero shooter kinda sorta that stepped even further away from what made Battlefield great. And what, we got 128 players now, but they essentially completely removed environmental destruction from the game? Hello? Why? Just why? And don't get me wrong, these games were not bad games, but my god, they were not good Battlefield games. None of these games stood up to the expectations of the Battlefield series that they set so long ago. Since the release of Hardline, it always felt like they were chasing an audience that wasn't theirs in the first place. And by doing so, they pushed away the original core audience, and we all ended up going over to Arma, Insurgency, Squad, Ready or Not, Ground Branch, every other hardcore tactical shooter out there, or hell, at this point most of us got burned so bad by the series that we either stopped playing FPS games in general or quit gaming altogether. Absolutely a dramatic take by my part, but hell, for me, I started making YouTube gaming videos in 2014 with Battlefield 4 and made videos on all the Battlefield games, but it got so disappointing I eventually was just doing hardcore tactical shooters and eventually just stepping away because nothing felt the same. Nothing has filled that void that Battlefield 4 and all the previous ones were filling for me. I tried. The closest was BattleBit Remastered, and even that couldn't reach those levels, believe me. It must be nostalgia, because when I think about Battlefield, I think about the time my brother and I were playing Bad Company 2 and absolutely stomping with the attack helicopter on this desert map that had a beached boat in the middle, and we were just going hype in chat as we seen the multi-kills on screen. Or because every time I think about Battlefield, I think about my friend Giggles and I playing Rush in Battlefield 3 on the map Grand Bazaar, and we're spamming smoke grenades and constantly reviving each other as we alternate dying, trying to push our team through the terribly designed choke point doorway on the first set of objectives. I have so many good memories from those games, and for over a decade my friends and I have tried the newer Battlefield games, and we just sit there thinking about how much it's not the same, and that something is just genuinely missing. And now we have Battlefield 6. It was just revealed a few days ago, and it's looking good. It looks so promising. And we were about to have the open beta in a day and give it a shot, but man, why couldn't it just be another pile of crap so I could ignore it? Nope. Here I am, soaking in information and videos on it with this stupid feeling of excitement. I don't want to be excited, because what if it just sucks? I don't like having my nostalgia heartstrings pulled. It's such a sad feeling for me. But damn, I watch gameplay videos of this from the reveal event and I get pulled in. I know I'm being dramatic, but I don't know, I just needed to splurt this out there. Let me know what you guys think about the beta when you play it. I'm going to be analyzing the hell out of this. I'm Josh V, this is Rapid Fire. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.